Hi, all. This Tech in 10 will show you some ways to make some sorting activities using your smartboard, um, and focusing on Smart Notebook mainly, but also looking at Boardmaker Online quickly as well. So I like to talk about three different ways on the notebook software that you can create, starting from most intensive work from your end to the least kind of intensive work from your end. So if you just wanted to create on a blank slate like this, creating sorting activity, and again, I'm just doing this for purposes of showing. I'm not taking a ton of time to make it look pretty or stylized. But you could simply add a couple boxes on your page. And go back and you can fill them. Going to add some text here. Winter, summer. Again, I'm just doing this super fast. I'm not really paying attention to sizes and all that type of stuff. So if you were having students sort winter versus summer clothing, you could simply make something like this and then add your pictures down here. So let's go to pictures. On Smart Notebook, you can find pictures in a couple different ways. You can search here. So let me put in shirt. And this looks like a short sleeve shirt here. Let me put in scarf. Take that. You can also import pictures from your desktop. So if you had pictures over here, you could just drag them in. Or you could go right over to here, the puzzle piece, and go to image web search, which I really like because it's built in now. So I'm going to search, let's find mittens. Those over here, a little smaller. Let's find shorts. And the nice thing is up here, you'll notice pictures and clip art. If you toggle to clip art, it'll give you clip art pictures instead. If you wanted to use that, depending on what you're looking for. You can use real images or clip art. All right, so if you're happy with the images, again, I'm just doing this fast, students could then just come up to the board and sort these into the boxes. Now, I'm gonna see something here. That went over the box. They're both going over the box, but if for some reason when you sorted these went behind the boxes, you just simply click on it, change the order and move it forward because you want it above, on top of the boxes for sorting. So this is kind of the first stage of more intensive creation from scratch, where you're making a sorting activity. Now, if you wanted to take something like this and make it a little more interactive, go back to your puzzle piece, and there's something called Activity Builder. What Activity Builder does, it identifies areas on your page that you can sort to that are correct and incorrect. So I'm going to keep what I have here on my page right now. All right. I'm going to open Activity Builder. I've highlighted this green square under winter, and I'm going to hit edit. This opens a window that says, what do I want this square to do? So I want it to accept or yes, correct anything that's winter. I want it to reject or no anything that's summer, because this is a sorting activity. So basically what you do is drag over to here the correct answers. So winter correct is mittens. It just puts a little image of that in there. Winter correct is scarf. And then do the opposite down here. Winter incorrect, shirt, t-shirt. Winter incorrect, shorts. And then click done. But before I click done, I want to show you the settings part here. So there's my objects and the settings. So when the object is accepted, currently it's set to bounce back if it's wrong, which I like, or fade out if it's correct. Now, for a lot of our students, when it fades out, they don't know where it went, it disappeared. So I like to change fade out to either spin or snap to the center. We'll keep it spin for now. So now when I sort these, correct should spin and stay on the green square, incorrect should bounce back. Okay? Now I got to do the same thing for my yellow square. So correct for my yellow square are the t-shirts, so it's just the opposite. The shorts. Incorrect is the scarf and the mittens. And I can go back to my settings again and change it also to spin and bounce back, and done. Now I have my activity, and when I do the sorting activity, you'll see it adds a little animation to it now when it's correct. So it kind of levels up what we just did to a more interactive activity. If it's wrong, it's going to bounce back. See that? If it's right, it'll spin. So that's kind of the second way to do it. So the first was from scratch. The second, we added the little interactive feature. And the third's going to be the most interactive and pretty much easiest one, I think, to make. So I'm going to close out these quick. And now I'm going to go up to this little Space Invader creature right here and click it. And it's going to open activities. Now these are all interactive activities you can make in under a minute if you have your pictures ready to go. So since we're looking at sorting activities, I'm going to choose Super Sort down here. And you'll notice it tells me category names. So I'm going to put winter again, winter clothes. And over here I'm going to put summer clothes. So you're making the activity. Now under here you can add pictures or words. So I'm going to add to this mittens. Let's see, winter hat. Over here I'm going to put swimsuit. And over here I'm going to put shorts. Now I don't have on my computer pictures for this activity ready to go, but what you could do is take Google Images, get them on your computer. Okay, when you hit the picture right here, it's going to open those to your computer and you can choose them from there. Okay, so when you do the Super Sort activity, you can use text or you can use pictures. So again, I use text because I don't have any pictures saved. If you had pictures on your desktop of your computer, you could click the picture frame, click desktop, and then drag those pictures in just like that. Okay? When you hit next, it says let's think of a theme. Do you want to pick a theme? Well, simple is always nice, but if you're working on clothes, talking about seasons, maybe you want to pick something. Let's pick the garden theme. That might be kind of between summer and winter. And then it opens up your activity. So you just created an interactive activity in under a couple minutes, and it just looks nicer. It's interactive. It's clean looking. It's a fun game for the kids to do. And then you simply drag. If it's wrong, it should bounce back. Now you can't change what's going to happen here, where it sinks into the winter clothes. You can't really change that. So it either bounces back or it's correct. So that's kind of your third level of creation for Smart Notebook. So we looked at the basic, where you just from scratch using shapes, level that up a little bit where you make it interactive using Activity Builder, and then the third way to do it is in the little Space Invader guy here. Let's go over and look at Boardmaker Online. Before we go look at Boardmaker Online, I want to show you one other way that you can sort, which I think is kind of cool too. Again, it's more of a from scratch way, but if you open the tables up here, and for purposes of this, we'd select a 2-column table. So there it is on my page. I'm just going to make it a little bigger there. Again, I'm doing this quickly, but just so you get the idea. Winter, summer. I'm going to add a couple pictures. Let's do shorts again. And let's do a hat. See if I can find a winter hat here. There's one. So now you would have the table, and the students could then sort them into the table. Now watch what happens when you drag them in. It makes a nice little graph or chart table when you do it there. So it doesn't tell you right or wrong, but what it does do is it gives you a cool little table at the end that you can print and send home or whatever you want to do with it. So that's using tables right up there is just another way you can make using Smart Notebook. Okay, Boardmaker Online. When you're in Boardmaker Online, I like to go to my Boardmaker, create activity. Now the nice thing you can do now, you don't need to do blank, you can go all the way down and do a sorting template. So if I click the sorting template, it's going to show me my options. I can sort into different types of groups, numbers of groups, 2 groups, 3 groups. If we're doing the same type of activity we just did, 2 groups, 20 items. Now you don't have to fill all of them by any means, but this is kind of like what I would like to do. So I'm going to select this, and that's going to open a window where I then can build my activity just like we did in Smart Notebook, except this is on the web through Boardmaker Online, which then will be fully interactive on the smartboard for the students to use and engage with. So now when that opens like that, you use the red text that tells you what to do. So you're building this activity. So I can change the names up here. So I'm going to put winter clothes. You could change this little picture too, but for now I'm not going to do that because I just want to show you the basics of getting this set up. Summer clothes. And then you can you can put your pictures and all of these symbols down here. So you're making the activity in the correct way. So any buttons you don't use will be hidden. So in order to put pictures in these, click on the box, and this is the method I like to use by hitting enter. So it brings you to a page that looks like this. Now I'm going to do Boardmaker symbols first. So this is winter, so I'm going to put mittens. Choose that one, select it. It goes in my box. Okay. If I went to the next box and hit enter again, I could also browse on my computer. I don't have the pictures of winter clothes, but if I did, I hit browse, opens up my computer, kind of like you could do in the Smart Notebook sorting activity, add pictures from your computer there. Or you can go to web search up here, and this takes real images from the web, or clip art from the web, and you can add those to your activity as well. So again, you can get images, click the box, hit return from Boardmaker. From your computer by browsing, or from the web. Just like that. Then you can save your activity or just play it. Let's just play it to look at it. Makes a nice activity that looks like this.
That's right, belongs in summer clothes. That's right, belongs in winter clothes.
And then the students can then sort the activity just like you did in the other ones, and it makes it kind of interactive and clean looking and fun to do. So again, these are just a few ways to make interactive sorting activities using Smart Notebook and Boardmaker Online. I'm available to help you anytime to show you more about it, but I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.